challenge.
Picture this. You're in a meeting at work. Someone makes a mistake. Voices rise. Tension fills the room. Everyone's talking over each other, fueled by stress, fear, or ego. And there you are, your heart racing, palms sweating, tempted to add to the chaos. But imagine instead staying calm while everyone else loses control. Imagine keeping your composure so completely that people turn to you as the steady one in the storm. We live in a world addicted to outrage. Social media rewards anger. News thrives on panic. At work, small problems escalate into drama. At home, disagreements spiral into shouting matches. Everywhere you look, people are quick to lose control and slow to regain it. And when everyone else loses control, it feels almost impossible not to get swept up in it. But here's the truth. Calm isn't weakness. Calm is power. And the ancient Stoics mastered this art centuries ago. Today, we'll explore how Stoicism teaches us to stay calm when everyone else loses control, and how you can apply it in your life, starting today.
Stoic lens. Let's step back in time. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor, faced wars, plagues, betrayals, and endless political backstabbing. Yet, in his private journal, he reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wasn't a man writing in comfort. He was leading an empire during some of its darkest days. If he could stay calm, what excuse do we have? Then there's Epictetus, born a slave, crippled in body, but unshakable in spirit. He taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. Imagine the discipline it takes to live with so little control over your circumstances and yet never lose control over yourself. And Seneca, writing letters while surrounded by corruption, urged his students to rehearse misfortune, to prepare the mind for chaos, so that when chaos arrived, they would not collapse. For the Stoics, calm wasn't just a personality trait, it was a deliberate practice, a shield forged through wisdom. So how do we take these lessons from ancient Rome and Greece and apply them in a world of traffic jams, Twitter storms, and stressful workplaces? Let's talk about practical strategies. Here are 5 practical steps the Stoics would give us today on how to stay calm when everyone else loses control. Create space before you react. When emotions flare, our instinct is to react instantly. But Epictetus warned that impressions, those first flashes of anger or fear, are just that, impressions, not truth. The Stoic move is to pause, breathe, count to 3. Ask yourself, is this within my control? That single pause is the difference between chaos and composure. Imagine this. Your coworker blames you unfairly. Instead of snapping back, you pause and say calmly, Tell me more about why you see it that way. Suddenly, you've shifted the energy of the entire room. Reframe the situation. Marcus Aurelius practiced reframing constantly. He wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed." In practice, this means asking yourself, is this really a threat, or is it just uncomfortable? When someone criticizes you, instead of thinking, they're attacking me, reframe it as, here's feedback I can use, or ignore. When traffic is jammed, don't think, my day is ruined. Instead, now I have time to listen to a podcast. Reframing turns frustration into opportunity. Control the controllables. The Stoics taught the dichotomy of control. Focus only on what you can change. In a crisis, most people waste energy complaining about what they cannot control. The weather, the boss, the economy. But the calm person invests energy only where it matters. Their actions, their words, their mindset. You cannot calm the storm, but you can calm yourself. And often that calmness influences others more than any argument ever could. Use negative visualization. Seneca advised practicing what he called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Imagine what could go wrong before it happens. Why? Because it softens the blow when chaos arrives. If you've already pictured being stuck in traffic, losing a deal, or facing harsh criticism, then when it happens, you think, I knew this was possible. I'm ready. Fear turns into familiarity, and familiarity breeds calm. Anchor yourself in daily practices. Calm is not built in the heat of the moment. It's built in daily habits. Morning journaling to prepare your mind, physical exercise to release stress, evening reflection to examine your reactions. Each of these builds resilience so that when the world panics, your foundation is solid. Think of it like training in a gym. You don't lift weights only on the day you need to move furniture. You train consistently. So, when the heavy lifting comes, you're ready. So, pause before reacting. Reframe situations. Focus only on what's in your control. Visualize challenges before they happen. And build daily habits that anchor you. Practice these and you'll start to notice something remarkable. While others spiral, you stay grounded.
Deeper reflection.
But let's go deeper. Why is staying calm so important? Because calm is not just about avoiding stress. It's about creating freedom. Think about it. When you lose control, who owns you? Anger owns you. Fear owns you. Ego owns you. But when you stay calm, you own yourself. Imagine two versions of you. The first version is reactive. Every insult triggers you. Every inconvenience ruins your mood. This version is a puppet, pulled by the strings of other people's behavior. The second version
is calm. Insults pass through you. Setbacks are met with composure. Chaos becomes background noise. This version is free. Which life do you want to live? The Stoics believed that happiness comes not from external success, but from inner stability. When you master calmness, you gain something rare, the ability to stand unshaken while the world trembles. And that is real strength. That is real freedom.
Empowerment, close. So let's bring it all together. How do you stay calm when everyone else loses control? You pause before reacting. You reframe the situation. You focus only on what you can control. You prepare your mind with negative visualization, and you anchor yourself in daily practices of reflection and discipline. This isn't about pretending problems don't exist. It's about facing them with a steady heart and a clear mind. Because when everyone else loses control, the calm person becomes the leader, the anchor, the one others look to for stability. So the next time chaos erupts around you, at work, online, or at home, remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. That is how you stay calm when everyone else loses control. And if you can do that, you don't just survive the storm, you rise above it. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs calm in their life. And remember, true strength is not found in shouting the loudest, but in being the quietest voice of reason when the world is on fire.